We would like to thank our sponsors, Getaway Today. Use Getaway Today for all of your vacation planning needs. You'll get exclusive perks, great discounts, and the best customer service. Most importantly, their services are always free and easy, from experienced and passionate agents who love to make your vacation dreams come true. Head on over to getawaytoday.com from the link in our show notes to see their exclusive deals, and you can call 855-GET-AWAY and let them know Walt's Apartment sent you to start planning your next vacation today.
There was an idea. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people, see if they could become something more.
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
This is the Marvel Tribe, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the DisInsider.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Marvel Tribe. We're a group of excited and passionate individuals who have come together to share our love of all things Marvel. We are brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and DisInsider.com. My name is Shawn, and I'm joined by an amazing group of people. We have Sam and Chris with us this week. From the big screen to the small print, feel the pulse in your chest so you know you're alive. One team, one love. It's the Marvel Tribe. What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a great week. How are you guys doing? Sam, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm good. It's been like 65 degrees the past week here in Oregon, and now it's raining again, so that's nice. So we're back to maybe snow this week. Who knows? Mr. Chris Alardi, Disney done best, Airbnb food
Disney
course.
done differently, sir.
Disney done differently. I'm sorry, Chris. How are you, buddy?
Very well. I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah, enjoyed the week. No WandaVision. Didn't have to go scrambling.
Right?
So.
Didn't have to stress about Friday morning. When am I going to watch this? Am I going to watch it tonight? Watch it tomorrow in the morning? When am I going to watch this? But do you guys watch the behind the scenes show?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought it's the most interesting part. There's no real spoilers in there, but the most interesting part I thought that was when they were trying to do the black and white scenes that they couldn't film. Paul Bettany was actually in his makeup, but they couldn't do the purple makeup because it was messing with the colors of the time. So they actually had to paint his face blue when they did the black and white seasons, which I thought was a pretty cool idea. They said that's great.
I was listening to an interview they did with Paul Bettany, and he said it could sometimes take up to 3 hours to do his makeup. They said on a good day it was like an hour, and then it would be up to 3 hours. But he's like, I can't do anything. I can't look at my phone or anything. I just have to sit there. And they're like, well, why aren't you listening to podcasts, or why aren't you listening to audiobooks? And he was like, oh, I didn't think about that.
I couldn't imagine that. I know like a lot of those costumes, like I saw when they did Guardians of the Galaxy, Dave Bautista's costume took like 3 or 4 hours to put on as well. I couldn't just sitting there, but I guess you're getting paid that much money. You're going to do whatever you want to sit there and wait and to get into makeup. But yeah, I thought the behind the scenes thing was great. Elizabeth Olsen said that they did a lot of flying in that she said it was more flying than any other episode, any other Marvel movie that they've done so far. We're also welcomed by Bill from Airbnb Podcast. How are you doing, my friend?
Good evening. I am good. What about you, sir?
Not too bad. We're just talking about the behind the scenes of WandaVision. Did you happen to have a chance to watch that?
I have not. I am a bad Marvel fan this week.
Bill, I haven't either, so we'll just have to group watch it when we're done.
There you go. It's pretty good. Like I said, it's the longest episode of WandaVision all year. It was an hour long, so it was the longest episode. So we're going to do things a little different this week, just like Disney does things different, right, Chris? Disney done differently.
I see what you did.
You missed what I did earlier, so that's okay. So anyway, we're going to We're going to go
look
on.
At Chris. I not only correct people when they say Disney World instead of Walt Disney World, I correct them when they say your show wrong.
Well,
right.
It's because I'm your agent, right?
That's right. That's official agent.
Yeah, we discussed that too. So if you have any bookings for Mr. Chris Lardy from this point on, you need to speak to Sam about them.
It's true.
He charges a small nominal fee for any bookings for him. So congratulations on your new client there, Sam.
I'm a Leo, so I will take pay and love and appreciation.
Okay, that works.
Oh,
So
great, because I'm a Libra. That means I'm in scales, so I have a chip on both shoulders, so I'm balanced.
When's your birthday?
September 28th.
Oh,
My brother's is September 29th.
mine's the 23rd. So we're all Libras.
Nope.
So nope, not all of us.
Bill's a Cancer. So
All right, so when's your birthday,
sensitive.
Bill? Since we're all talking here, when's your birthday?
July 13th.
Okay, and Sam, yours is in August, right?
August 12th.
All right, so everyone remember this for when our birthdays come up in the next year. So make sure you send us some nice Marvel-y gifts. All right. So we're going to do a little bit different show tonight since there is no show to recap this week. We're heavily anticipating the Falcon and Winter Soldier starting this Friday. I got this morning and did a bunch of research and watched all the announcement from Kevin Feige. He announced all the stuff coming for the next year for Marvel. I watched all the trailers for Loki and for WandaVision and for Falcon and Winter Soldier and the movies. And I'm going to try to be prepared tonight. So what we're going to do tonight, David's not here. Obviously, you don't hear David. He is attending some family stuff. So we'll see him next week for sure for the recap. So we miss you, David. We'll see you next week. Also, here we go. We're going to talk about, I want to kind of get to know us a little bit more. So I want to go through each one of us and kind of say who our 3 favorite Marvel characters are. And then I just want to kind of dive into what's coming for the rest of the year and our thoughts and expectations and hopes for what's going on. Does that work for you guys?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Bill, what would you like to do tonight?
I'd like to talk about soft drinks.
Oh, okay. Continue the conversation from Airbnb. That was
yeah.
If you guys don't watch or listen to Airbnb podcasts, first question is why. Make sure you watch them on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and they're live on Facebook. They had aroused their 50th episode was last week, so congratulations on that. That was very cool. And the show took a turn in the middle to talk about soft drinks for about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just everyone's favorite drinks. So it was great.
A weird twist.
Yep. But you really wouldn't expect anything more than that with one of your shows, right?
Why
kind of
not?
just take,
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. So let's start with you, Sam. Tell me, we'll go around and we'll do like your favorite, and we'll go to each one of us 3 times. How's that sound? So who is your favorite Marvel character?
Are we going just MCU or Marvel?
Whatever you want. If it has Marvel involved in it, so.
I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the Scarlet Witch at this point.
Okay. As your number 1 favorite?
As my number 1 favorite, yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
And the guys are looking at me like, but you think she's evil? And I'm kind of like, oh yeah, so am I.
Yep. I didn't say good character or a bad character. I just said character. So.
But that's why I like her, because she's not
Right.
always good.
Yep. How about you, Chris?
Number 1, Spider-Man.
Absolutely. We knew that. Bill? Oh, high five.
There we go. I am not going to go Spider-Man just because Chris went Spider-Man. So I will go Cap. Captain America is number 1.
Number 1 for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the silly Boy Scout in me. And
that's
doing
fair.
The right thing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What about you?
I will go the exact opposite of you. I'm not going to pick Wanda as my number 1, but she is in the top 3 for sure. I will go with Deadpool. Deadpool is my absolute favorite Marvel character. I love his attitude. I love everything about him. He reminds me a lot of me with his attitude and his sense of humor, and it's kind of how I talk to people when we're not in this little bubble here that we have. So, yeah, Deadpool.
I'm going back to Bill saying Cap. Bill and Cap have such similar personalities, though. Like if you really get to know Bill down deep, that's his Cancer showing. But
whoa,
they have similar No, like his sun sign is Cancer.
Okay.
Like the sweet and like caring that you get from Cap, Bill's like that.
Yes.
He doesn't show that to everybody though. So if you
I've seen
haven't seen it yet.
I've seen some of that. He's a good guy.
A little bit.
Okay, Sam.
You walk around with a shield?
You will find out soon enough, sir.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
And when you guys meet up, can there be like a lot of like buddy videos and pictures taken, please?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Good deal.
Yeah.
All right. Sam, how about you? Number 2.
I think I'm going to surprise some people with this one, but I'm going to go with Shuri.
I thought you could say Spider-Man.
No, I knew she wasn't going to say Spider-Man.
Absolutely not. He is not in the top 10 even.
Oh my God. He's Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Shuri's great.
No, I'm going to go with Shuri because she's just badass and so freaking smart.
Yep.
I love powerful women.
Is she smarter than Tony Stark, in your guys' opinion?
I think that if they were in competition against each other, they would be pretty damn close.
I agree.
It's different kind of warfare, I guess I would say. Different kind of weaponry.
Okay, we haven't talked a lot about this because we haven't had a actual show where we're not talking about another show. But do you think that Shuri should be the next Black Panther?
I would love to see that be the case. Mm-hmm. I think she deserves the mantle, but I do not think that's the way they're going to go.
Yeah, and you think it's Killmonger, right?
I think it's going to be Killmonger, yeah. But I mean, that gives me Namor, so
right. Which you need Namor to have that happen. So.
Who notice Namor is not number 1 or 2. Just want to say that. Just put it out there.
He's not number 3 either. So.
Oh, okay. So who is your number 2, Chris?
It's actually a villain. It's still in the same. It's the Green Goblin, Harry Osborn, Norman Osborn. Great storyline. Hasn't been done properly in the Sony versions, but he's the big arch nemesis.
And he's rumored to be back in the next movie as well, too.
Yeah. They just can't figure out how to make a proper mask and deliver the story.
Gotcha. Bill, how about you, number 2?
Iron Man. Tony Stark as number 2. I guess the yang to Sam's yin in that case. I just between his smart-ass ways and the brilliant things that he does, it's cool to watch.
Okay. I will go. My number 2 would be Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, for obvious reasons. Even more now, to even understand her story more, because coming into this not knowing a lot about Marvel, to actually think, damn, like Sam said, she's bad. She's bad, and I don't mind bad. You know what I mean? So because, and some of the videos I watched today, they're all saying that she's going to be the arch enemy, the nemesis in Multiverse of Madness, and I think it's going to be them flipping her back around possibly somehow. But yeah, I think she's great. I mean,
there's only so much trauma one individual can take before they break.
I think she's broke. So
she's not mentally sound enough to be wielding power.
She's watched Vision die 3 times, right? And now has lost her sons, and had a fake brother. And there's this witch that she can use to maybe help her get some of that back and turn her around. It's a brilliant story, actually. I've done some looking into that the House of M, just reading some stuff, going, God dang, this is crazy. They could just do a whole series basically on just her. I mean, they did, but I'm like a whole universe. If I'm making sense, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. They can.
There's so much to that story with everything that's connected to it. So yeah. For that, she's intriguing to me, and she's Elizabeth Olsen, so that's cool too. So that's my number 2.
House of M was so brilliantly created. It was so brilliantly written.
Yeah. So we will go to our number 3 here, and Sam, number 3.
I am gonna follow suit with Bill, and I am gonna say Iron Man.
Yep.
Definitely the person who got me into watching the Marvel films was Iron Man. Really, I wasn't a kid that watched a lot of movies. I read a lot. And then one day my family was watching it and I got into it, and then I wanted to watch all of them.
Yeah.
Iron Man was the gateway for me for the MCU.
And I think he is for a lot of people. I think Marvel has to base a lot of the success that they have had on Iron Man. Now,
for sure.
There was other things that were done and Blade, for example, being done in the past and all of that, put a little more serious credence behind it. But I really think Iron Man is what really broke through and made the MCU possible.
Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree with you. So, Chris, I'm going to guess your third one because you're going all Spider-Man. Is it Mary Jane? Is your third one?
Nope, but it is a powerful woman. It's
Okay.
The Dark Phoenix.
Oh,
from
right.
the
Jane Grey.
I personally, I wish David was here to fight me on this one, but I think she is stronger than Scarlet Witch.
I've seen so many things supporting that. And I don't know who she is. She was Sansa, right, from Game of Thrones? Is that actress, right? That's who it is? Just so I have a reference, that's who it is, right?
Oh, as far as the movies,
is that who Dark Phoenix is? Is it? I don't know. But I've heard of
I mean,
a lot.
She went through so much, and in the comics, she actually, there's so many different versions of what she goes through, and she actually takes her own life to save everybody else because she's so powerful. And the Dark Phoenix saga of her becoming, the way we just watched, becoming Scarlet Witch. The Fox movies tried, but there's a scene in the one movie where she's actually blowing up the house, and Charles Xavier's in there and all of that. And if you watch that scene after watching what Wanda just did 2 weeks ago, there's a lot of similarities in that. And mystical powers versus Dark Phoenix's powers are different, but she comes in at number 3.
Okay. That's
There's
totally
so
fair.
much to be admired about all of the X-Men and their backstories, though. They all have incredible backstories. I would take a series with just their backstories alone,
Right.
and how they were found. I want that.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
To, concentrate one X-Man in each of a 10 or 12 part series to kind of see their origin leading up to a big X-Men Mutants movie. I would love that.
Give us an X-Men documentary.
Yeah. There's years and years and
Series.
years of content, I think, just from them buying Fox, just for that aspect of it. I don't know a lot about Fantastic Four. I've seen the movie with, the Thing, and the guy from Nip Tuck has the bad guy, But I enjoyed it. But I'm sure that the new ones won't be like that. But I'm looking forward to it. So, Bill, number 3 for you, my friend.
Number 3 is I grew up watching the Spider-Man cartoons, and he was always my big hero. So he's gotta make it into there as well. Looking back, I've watched some of the old Spider-Man cartoons on YouTube, and they're bad. They're bad.
That song is great though.
But when I was a kid, I loved it. And I'm sure by that, whenever it was already old. But hey, it was on TV. I loved it. So Spider-Man definitely in the top 3 there.
Perfect. My final one is Iron Man as well. So I think it's cool that 3 of the 4 of us picked Iron Man. But
Chris.
God dang it, Chris. But he's like, what? He's watching the Grammys right now. Don't bother him.
No,
He's all into BTS singing.
That's right.
You know what?
You can't focus.
The thing with Iron Man, and listen, what he's done for the MCU and all of that, and Marvel has done an amazing job of making, side characters. And I'm sorry, but Iron Man, Captain America, in the comic book world, were not the Spider-Man, Amazing, Incredible Hulk. Those were the top characters. And Tony Stark was an alcoholic that had a problem. There was a whole run of series of him being, dark, and Iron Man today is a different version. But listen, when I heard "I Love You 3000" and watched someone pass away, yeah, he's one of the best at that point.
Yeah.
So I have trouble separating the books, the cartoons, and the movies. But to me, it's all lots of fun.
I feel like the difference. I'm sorry, Sam. I will step on you.
You're fine.
I feel like the difference for me is that I have never read a comic book, so all I know is what I've seen on the screen. So I've never even cracked open a comic book to see what the differences are. But I've looked at I've looked at things now online that look at differences. But it's crazy. Like, I didn't know that he was an alcoholic or anything like that until you said that, because that's what you know from actually reading what Stan Lee actually wrote. Now, Marvel takes their way and flips it around. But to me, Iron Man started the whole thing.
So you see how the anticipation each week, Shawn, how you went for WandaVision week after week.
Mm-hmm.
It's comics. You waited a month for that next issue.
Wow.
And, there's a collectible side of it, but you wanted that same storyline. And then, as a kid, I wanted the art, and then you become more into, the story end of it, and the art doesn't matter anymore. And they really built people in this fantasy world that had real stories. There's a Alpha Flight. I don't want to go down that tunnel, but there is a series that came out, and it's dealing with problems that everybody deals with today. And we're talking back in the 80s. So I'm very old, and that's all I have to say about that.
Right. I'm right there with you, brother. So it's
I do love that Robert Downey Jr. plays him, because he's had those same struggles, so he can really embody the character. I think that's why we're so emotionally drawn to him as a character too, because he really does carry, like, he puts the emotion out when he's in character. And even when he's not in character, he's just an upfront, relatable guy.
I'm trying to think of it. My wife likes this one movie, and I cannot think of what it is. He did a really good job in it. He was really young, and it's when he was into all of his stuff. And I cannot remember. The movie is, they're driving down the road at the end of it. I think he actually died at the end of it. He's in the car and he dies, and it's like the life he was living. So, I mean, good on him. Could you guys see anyone else being Tony Stark?
No,
of any actor out there?
No, I can't even imagine. Every once in a while you'll see one of those memes that's like, if the Marvel universe was around in the 80s or 90s, and it has like Tom Cruise playing Iron Man, and that is like the biggest joke. I can't even. Although he plays a whole lot of roles he shouldn't be playing, Jack Reacher, for example. So, yeah.
All right, so that's kind of who we picked for our top 3, favorite Marvel characters. And what we want to do this week basically is kind of just dive into what's coming the rest of the year for Marvel. Obviously, so far this year, we've had WandaVision, which just ended 2 weeks ago. So we all love that. That's why we brought this show back, was to talk about that show. Then we decided to screw it, let's keep it going and talk about everything Marvel forever. So next up, I have a list here of stuff.
Was it Less Than Zero?
It might be.
He dies from an overdose in the car?
Yes.
Yeah, Less Than Zero. I just looked it up to make sure.
Yeah, it's a sad movie. And it's just, and at that time, it was kind of going along with how his life was. So, but he's an amazing actor. I've always admired him, and I admire his story. I'm from Southern California, where I remember when there was a time that he climbed in the neighbor's window because he was high and and this was the news. He got in bed with someone's kid because he was just so out of it. But talk about a comeback story and turn yourself around for sure. So, yeah, he's the man.
You got to give a lot of credit to Jon Favreau. Since Feige has been taken over, and the Russo brothers and all of that. But I mean, Jon Favreau is really the one that fought and really put this all together and brought it forward to what we have today.
Yeah, that's crazy. And all I ever see Jon Favreau is the guy from Four Christmases with he's one of the brothers in Four Christmases, and then he's like the prison guard, or is he prisoner? I'm sorry, the prisoner that was in the Replacements movie with Keanu Reeves. And I'm thinking, God, it's crazy. It's the same guy. He's the same guy that was in Rudy.
Yep. That's where I always think of him from.
Who's the big guy now? It's him when he's screaming at the end. But okay, yeah.
But like with what Chris is saying, like we wouldn't be getting into a phase 4 without the groundwork that he's laid down.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. So phase 4. We had WandaVision that started off absolutely amazing, all 8 weeks of it. So this week we start off with Falcon and Winter Soldier. When I was doing some research this morning, this was supposed to come out in the fall of 2020. So I don't know if it's actually going to be time stamped before. I'm curious how this show's going to play. It looks great. It looks like fun. Chris, what are your thoughts on Falcon and Winter Soldier? What are you hoping to get out of this?
Well, I really think it's going to be the continuation of more of the Endgame, where it's taking off. Cap is gone. He's left the shield. A lot of people anticipate, just seeing Bucky supposed to take that shield and turn into, that. There's a lot of speculation already. Are we going to get, are we going to get the backstory of Nemo, right? Am I pronouncing that right?
Zemo. Baron Zemo.
Zemo.
Nemo's the fish.
Right.
Yes.
Nemo's the
Yes.
Just keep swimming.
So we may not find him in
not in Marvel.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
If we do, that'd be crazy as hell. But okay.
So, but there's a lot of that ties in just a touch to Wanda, and I think it's gonna. I think there's 6 episodes. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, I think they are all actually hours. I've heard though. It's a 6-hour movie. Kevin Feige said, broken into 6 parts.
Okay. So, and I'm really looking to see them play off of each other because there was the hatred in the movies, and you're going to see them build to be, likable. I hope together. So
yeah, and I think we're going to be getting them basically trying to integrate themselves into mainstream life. Like they're going to be trying to be normal people, but they have, this responsibility that they have to do, and it's not going to be easy, and there's going to be bad guys. And so I think you're going to get a balance between what their real life is supposed to be like and then what their superhero life is going to be like. Kevin Feige did say it's going to be like a cinematic experience. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
I hear that there's also some conflict there as far as who the government wants to take the mantle of Captain America, and they are apparently appointing someone different.
Oh, really?
Than who Cap appointed himself. So that will be interesting to see how that all unfolds as well, and if that plays into who the bad guys are, and if it's corrupt government or what. I don't know how that's all going to pan out, but I am looking forward to watching it.
Honestly, though, when you think about it, the government would presume that they get to pick. That's just such a Captain America thing with their overstepping. But
so if you've seen the trailer for the first episode, and the extremely funny scene about the wizard, right? With Doctor Strange is mentioned,
right?
And if you look on, there's a sign that says Captain America, or just Cap is back. And that whole part is going to really, in the comics, that actually goes into Thunderbolts and a whole different line of people. But I just hope, I want to stay away from Easter eggs for just a couple more days.
You have a week, and there's going to be Easter eggs back, and a lot of assumptions, and someone's going to be Mephisto in this, I'm sure. So, Sam,
we will be getting John Walker, though, Chris. So that's
yes.
Wyatt Russell is casted as John Walker, so he's going to be returning. So you're going to get some comic tie-ins there.
Yes,
Shawn, I'll bet you $70 we don't see Mephisto and Captain America.
Wow.
I'm not taking that damn bet again. Which I finally settled, I'm just going to say. So just so
good on you.
But I will say that the thing that I am most curious to see with this being right after Endgame is it's going to give us a real view of what the climate is like after the blip.
Yeah, because WandaVision was basically its own little world, and this is going to be basically real world of what's going. So it's probably going to be like parallel timelines, right? At the same time that's happening.
So the only thing that we saw of the blip, really, was the chaos in the hospital.
Right. Right. Yeah, everything else was focused on Westview. So
This, fake life. Yeah.
So I'm looking.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, buddy.
Do you think that just because, right? So we accept that the timeline is before WandaVision, but do you think when the Black Widow movie comes out, because it's so out of sync of the timelines, do you think that's going to hurt that movie at all?
I saw something today that, because I was doing some research this morning, and I saw something today saying that Falcon or Winter Soldier will tie into Black Widow somehow, which I don't know how, because it's supposedly like an origin story. I don't know if that's true or not, but I did see something that says that it's supposed to tie into that somehow. These are all linked somehow, but I don't understand this enough to know how that's possible. Well, that was supposed to come out last May before any of this stuff. So it's been done for like 2 years. So it's just,
Honestly, I think that WandaVision has so many new fans brought into the MCU that it is just going to make people want to go back and watch old things. Like they're going to have to go back and watch Age of Ultron to understand Black Widow. So they're just going to get more plays that way. They're going to get more downloads.
So I have a question for all of you, because I don't know a lot about Bucky. I don't know. I really know nothing about Sam. Do I need to watch The Winter Soldier before Friday?
Yes.
Would you recommend that? So I understand. All I really know of Bucky is that he went to Wakanda and they gave him a new arm. And I saw the Civil War when he killed Tony's parents, supposedly. That's what I know of him. So that's how raw I am to this stuff. I don't know a lot. So I should watch that before, you think, Friday?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Did you see Captain America?
No.
Well,
You should watch that before Friday too.
Okay. So Captain America and The Winter Soldier.
Yes.
I'll be caught up, and I'll understand more. Okay.
I mean, I asked you guys. Caught up until you've seen everything, Shawn. It all connects somehow.
Right. Well, I asked you guys who the girl was in the poster because Wanda's gone for now, so I gotta maybe.
Oh, Sharon Carter.
Right.
Sharon Carter is the niece of Agent Carter from the first Captain America.
I'm so confused. Okay, so Captain America. So watch Captain America and Winter Soldier this week, and then okay, got you. I'm on it. Carry on with the show.
Bill?
Yes, sir.
You're on my left.
I don't even know what that means.
Shawn, you need to watch the movie to get understand that.
Well, all I know is the meme I showed you guys today with Avatar passing Endgame again. So it said on your left, and it showed Avatar passing. I thought that was
yeah. Well, you'll get that in a whole lot more detail. We're not a whole lot more detail, but you'll understand the. It's a funny little bit that they did. Yeah.
Wait, was that why he says it in Endgame?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh shit! It's all coming together. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, it's not really coming together at all, but all right. I told you guys when we're not talking about something I'm really interested in, I'm just like totally confused. So bear with me. I'm sorry. So Sam,
you'll figure it out once you catch up on those movies.
Okay, good. You like powerful women? Let's talk about the Black Widow movie coming out. That's next in line, May 7th. This was supposed to come out last May. But every theater closed and they didn't want to. And I get the fact that Marvel and Disney says we're not going to put this on the premiere access yet, and they've held off so far. But what are you hoping to get from this movie? Everyone says she deserved her own movie, and I agree with that. She's a great character, and she deserved to have her own movie.
Yeah, I think we're going to be getting a lot of Ultron flashbacks. We're going to continue to get those Ultron flashbacks. I'm wondering if Paul Bettany, do you think, going to have a role in it? Do we know?
I am not sure.
Is he going to be Jarvis?
Do
you think
I'm sure he's, unless he says he's working with an actor that he's always wanted to.
No,
Black Widow is.
I don't even know what to expect.
Not at all. Yeah, it looks good.
For me, what I got out of the movies from Black Widow is that there's a love interest with the Hulk. And there's that sense where she can calm him down, right? Sun's going down unless Thor's saying it and it's creepy. But I'll tell you the best part that I enjoyed her was when they broke up and she was in the office and her ballet slippers are there and she's trying to hold everything together. and that really showed a different side of us. So I hope I see more of that side in this movie than the assassin that she has become.
Oh, right. But she's such a good fighter. Like, I love watching her fight.
Yeah. So she, in this, and the previous I've seen, she fights her sister who looks just like her, or girl. That's her sister, I'm assuming, right? Looks, because they said she has kind of a messed up family. That's her sister. And then her dad is like a Russian Captain America. Is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's the guy from Strangers.
They're spies. They're spies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, Chris, Bill, what are you guys hoping to get from Black Widow?
You know, for me, I just want it to be, you know, I know how Wanda, good Lord. I know how her story ends, right? You know, so this is going to be an opportunity for them to pass the Black Widow torch on to someone else. They're opening up the door so they can still have a Black Widow in the MCU, and it'll be someone else.
Probably her sister.
The part. Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to see the action. I want, you know, as Sam said, watching her fight is always an amazing thing. You know, just that scene where she's all tied up in the chair, and she gets the phone call, and then proceeds to kick all of the guys' asses. I love that scene.
Yep.
What movie was that in? Was that?
It's one of the Iron Man movies, wasn't it? Was it Iron
Man? Civil War?
It might, I think it might have been Civil War. Yeah.
I've seen that one.
But yeah, they give me more of that. I'll be happy. You know, I'm a big fan of the guy from Stranger Things. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. It looks like it's going to be somewhat amusing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and he's not, Paul Bettany's not listed in the cast. I just looked on IMDb. I didn't see his name listed there as with any credits. So Chris, what are your thoughts on Black Widow?
Yeah, just really to see. I mean, first, now I know how you like Wanda for the visual effects. Black Widow was for me.
So, no, I totally I hear you there, but I think that's because that's when I came into this was when I started. I really got into this when I started doing the decast. So I was watching Captain Marvel, then I watched Infinity War, and I'm like, who's this chick here that can do all these cool things? So that's where I was. I knew I've watched Iron Man. I'll tell you what I've seen. I've seen the 3 Iron Man movies. I've seen Captain Marvel. I've seen Civil War. I've seen Infinity War and Endgame. Anything else I have not seen. So which will bring me to my next question about the next series that we're going to talk about. So, do I need to watch all the Thor movies before Loki comes out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
without a doubt.
Now go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you'll probably want to rewatch the first couple of Avengers movies as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Loki's going to be a series, and I think it's going to be a complete mind F.
I absolutely agree. I've watched the preview like twice today because I didn't get it at all. And it was Owen Wilson. I'm like, freaking Owen Wilson's in here. And this was the coolest thing. I love Owen Wilson. So,
wow.
I mean, we're going to be like, we're looking at divergent timelines. We're looking at a divergent version of the Space Stone. Like, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to all lead into Multiverse of Madness.
Yep.
Just like WandaVision.
And it's supposed to lead into Spider-Man, which then Spider-Man leads. That's what I was watching. So it will lead right up to Spider-Man. The shit they're doing is so cool with how they put all this stuff together. So,
and Loki as a villain
is being loved by everyone.
and comedic.
Yeah,
a lot of comedy is going to be into that episode. You know, and that's where you get the feelings from Wanda, you get the action from Winter Soldier, and then you're going to get the comedy.
The trickster, Kevin Feige did say that there are going to be things that happen in the Loki series that end up being repercussions in Multiverse of Madness.
Nice.
So Loki's trickster ways are going to cause some chaos that Doctor Strange might have to clean up.
So he's not a god, right? Like Thor?
Yes. Loki? Oh, he's he's Thor's stepbrother.
So is he a god like Thor is?
Yes.
Okay,
And
cool.
He's the god of mischief.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
And they have a wonderful sister or half sister.
Okay. Is that Hela?
Yes.
I've seen Ragnarok. That one's cool. So yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to see. I saw that they are doing another recreation with what's her name? Melissa McCarthy playing her.
I did see that
in a recreation, and they're going to have. Gosh, I'm drawing blanks on all of the names tonight. But Sam Neill is going to play Odin, and Matt Damon is going to play Loki again. And then Chris Hemsworth brother Liam is going to play Thor in another recreation.
And I got some work to do.
Everything, yeah.
All right. So, any more thoughts on Loki? Did we get around to everyone?
I think we hit it all.
So coming from there, we go to I believe another movie, which Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Can anyone explain this?
It looks like Chris can, or it looks like Sam can too.
Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, I mean, I was going to say it confuses me. All I understand about it, I know about like the whole Iron Man connection to the Ten Rings. It's like a triad, right? Like they're the ones who like kidnap him. Okay. And I know that like Shang-Chi is supposed to be Fu Manchu's like son, but Disney doesn't really own Fu Manchu. So I don't know how they're going to spin that. And basically Shang-Chi's like, he's supposed to be a hero, right? Like he fights villains. That's
Correct.
all I know.
Yes. Total speculation, but actually he connects so much through the storylines that they're building now. The Legend of the Nine Rings. And it's going to, should have the most action that we've seen without CGI,
cool.
Real, stunts and martial arts. And I'm looking forward to that a lot.
Nice.
I hear one of the rings is Ring Around the Collar.
That's
Aquafina's going to be in that, and I love Aquafina.
Followed closely by Ring Around the Rosie.
Yes.
Aquafina, the Pepsi-owned water.
Yes. Sam drinks it all the time. I can tell she loves it.
That's
Aquafina.
I've been looking for that because I see Dasani in lots of the MCU.
If you guys that are listening to this don't understand, when we record this, we can actually see each other. And Sam just has her head down, just shaking her head, just not happy with any of us right now.
Okay, you guys do know who Aquafina is, though, right?
Yes, very much so. She was in... she has her own show, doesn't she, on Comedy
She's a
Central?
comedian. Yeah, she's a comedian. She's a rapper. She's an author. She was in Ocean's 8.
She was in
Crazy Rich Asians, Jumanji. The Jumanji Next Level one. She's funny. She's funny.
So any final thoughts on Shang-Chi? Anyone? Okay, perfect. Then coming up on Disney Plus, it says summer of 2021. I was looking into this day too, and this was a cool idea. I didn't know it's called a show. It's a cartoon show called What If.
Yeah.
And it's basically a bunch of different what if situations. If this would have happened or this would have happened. For me, I don't even know what the hell is supposed to happen. So how am I going to know what if's supposed to happen? So I'm going to be totally confused, but I do know that they said a lot of the characters, voice actors that were from the MCU will be in this. It's the last time that Chadwick Boseman would be in it, would actually play the Black Panther. His voice would play the Black Panther. So Shawn,
did you know that What If is a huge comic line? Like, no. I love the What If comics.
Nope, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why am I a host on this show?
Because we love you.
David told me to be. That's why.
It takes an alternate storyline to a story that was completed in the books. And,
Okay.
Yeah, they're fun.
Bill,
They're really fun.
Have you read some What Ifs, or do you know of some?
Yes, I do.
Is there one that sticks out to you more than any? Sorry to put you on the spot like that.
Yeah, nothing jumps. What should stand out?
For me, it's always been the Wolverine versus the Incredible Hulk.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, so that's a classic issue in Incredible Hulk, and introduced the origin of Wolverine and their battle, and then what if the other one won. And there's zombies. Sam, did you get into the zombies? I never got into that.
No.
Okay, so moving on from
I didn't know we were getting a What If series. That's why I'm looking right now. But I didn't know we were getting a What If series. But I really love the What If comics. So now
it's coming
I'm
up this summer.
excited.
Yeah,
I was just looking through my list of comics to see which What Ifs I have, but I couldn't find the list on my phone.
So you're excited? You're excited for What If?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this: are you excited for Hawkeye coming to Disney Plus sometime in 2021? Okay.
I want to like the character. I really do. Like they've only presented him in a wonderful light, even though like some of the things that Renner has done hasn't always been that awesome. The character is a family guy, not that kind of family guy though. But
ridiculous.
I don't care about it. I hope that I care a lot more after I start watching it. I will watch it. I just hope that I'm not just kind of like, it's not like 4 or 6 hours of nothing.
Maybe it'll be like This Is Us, but with like superpowers.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Back to What If for a second, Chris. I just looked it up. You know what the first episode is going to be the question? What if Peggy Carter took the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers? I like it. I like it a lot.
She would have big calves.
Yes, she would. Among other things.
I'm curious to see how they are gonna make that go, because like if you think about that first Cap movie, he was basically like a puppy. Like he was like a puppet. Like when he was a puppy, he didn't know what he was doing. He was kind of clueless. And then he was just like a puppet for the military. Like they're like, we're just gonna make you a showman. And Peggy Carter was a woman who didn't listen. Like, what are they going to do with Peggy Carter? Like, she sure as hell doesn't listen. She would have rebelled sooner than he did. She would have been like, I'm going to go get some action before he did. But I'm curious to see. Now I'm excited. I'm really excited.
On the Hawkeye, was it Endgame? Infinity Wars, when they go and they have to find where Hawkeye is, right?
Endgame. It's Endgame. After his family disappears, he becomes a bad guy.
So that character is Ronin, right?
Mm-hmm.
That if they did that storyline, the comic book world would be all over it.
Mm-hmm.
But
maybe they will. Maybe they'll change the name after the first episode.
We could get some Young Avengers storylines, some backstories for Young Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or some introductions, rather. Some introductions, origin stories.
Well, I know they said there's another archery girl. I'm not sure her name is, but she's going to be played by Haley Steinfeld. She'll be in this. So I don't know who that would be, what character that could be. Is there another character with Hawkeye?
Kate Bishop?
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. She's going to be, she'll be in the Hawkeye series. I did see that.
Yeah. I hear there's a What If series that is, what if it were Alan Alda's Hawkeye? In the MCU. So I'm looking forward to that one because
Sam, you know who that is?
Nope.
I'm sure one of the three of us are the same age, probably pretty close.
It's a MASH joke, Sam.
Yeah.
You ever watch MASH?
My grandma used to put it on.
Grandma. Great.
Wow.
Jesus.
huh?
All right.
You know,
cool.
this is a audio only podcast, correct?
Okay.
But if it makes you guys feel better, Florence Pugh is going to be coming into her role as Black Widow, or her role from Black Widow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
She was played Yelena Belova.
Okay.
Never mind.
No.
Yelena Belova.
Well, that's her sister. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's Florence Pugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
What?
I tried to derail the conversation off of you guys
Nash?
being old, and here you go.
We're old. We forgot.
Here,
Yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Give her-
Yeah.
There you go.
Got a double. That's fun.
Yeah.
What's next?
Not
Sean?
only am I the baby here, I'm the only woman. Like,
Right.
come on, guys. What's
Right.
with the segregation over here?
Oh, gee, come on.
Yeah. Shawn, you could probably let her go if you'd like.
Nah. Oh, there it is. Back
There
at
it
us
is.
now.
There
We
it is,
got it
coming
now.
back at me now.
Okay,
All
good.
right.
Okay, so Miss Marvel is another series coming out Disney Plus for this
Did
year.
we skip? We skipped a couple, didn't we?
I don't know. Not the list I have.
Eternals.
Yeah, the Eternals.
Watching it,
And
I was just
Spider-Man No Way Home.
I was kind of going in order, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought I was going in order because, yeah, Eternals is in November of 2021.
Oh, is there a date for Miss Marvel? Yeah, November 5th, 2021 is the Eternals.
Yeah, Miss Marvel is late 2021, they're saying.
Okay, yeah, I don't have a date either. It just says 2021.
Mhm.
But Eternals, what's that about? It has Angelina Jolie in it. So
And what's his name? The comic, the stand-up comic who went from being really schlubby looking to like being incredibly buff. I can't think of his name.
Carrot Top?
Yes, exactly. No. Hold on one second. That is a different, incredibly buff.
Selma Hayek is going to be in it too.
Yes,
Oh,
she
okay.
is.
Okay. I'll watch it.
She is.
Confirmed cast members include Richard Madden,
Nope.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yep, that's him. Mm-hmm. That's
Oh.
that's the.
Yes, he did. He changed his whole life, and he's super buff and very funny.
Kit Harington is going to be in it too.
Oh, a little bit of Jon Snow for you. Okay.
It said the film will also feature Marvel's first real attempt at including gay characters, as Henry Fastos will reportedly be married to a man and raising a child alongside him.
Okay.
Sounds like a disology topic.
There you go.
Inclusivity there. So it
Oh, dang. Wow.
oh hey. So it initially lost its November 2020 slot to Black Widow,
Right.
and Disney moved it to November 5th.
2021. You guys
Yeah.
excited for that?
Yes.
I don't know enough about him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
So-
know that storyline.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eternals is a celestial storyline, Chris.
Wow.
So there was it is a comic book concept from the Eternals, and Eternals are, here, I'm going to read it straight from here. The Eternals are a race of fantastically powerful proto-humans engineered by the Celestials to harness vast amounts of cosmic energy. Generations of infighting and wars against another celestial experiment, the Deviants, followed. So you've got the Eternals versus the Deviants. It will center on the Eternal named Cersei, with the powers of flight, strength, immortality, and molecular manipulation. So,
Yeah, I don't know enough of the characters, but I'm sure it'll. It's good. I'm looking forward to something new.
Something
and
new,
not
yeah.
have to, you know.
it gives us
I mean,
new material we can dive into in the comics too.
Right.
Sure.
So then they're
you
going to
mentioned.
go ahead.
No, you'd mentioned Captain Marvel, and I will say that I don't know what's going on with Brie Larson, if she's in, if she's not in, and I keep hearing old rumors with that.
Oh
wow! But I really want them, as much as they just keep the title, but make 90% of the movie Photon. That's what I want to see.
I just want more on Inhumans, and I want to hear them called mutants.
Right.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for X-Men introduction. I mean, we've been calling them Inhumans since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the MCU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were they called Inhumans before Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, until they bought Fox. Everything had to be referred to as Inhumans on anything that Disney produced.
But they haven't called them mutants yet.
Yeah, and it was just because of the contract of how Universal still owned the wording for mutants. And
well, if we look at the Miss Marvel trailer, they're still calling them Inhumans. So I want to see them make that transition.
Yep. So then we finish out the year with a little movie about Spider-Man. Thanks a lot. Have a good night. We'll see you next week. Right, Chris? No, I know this is probably what you're most excited for this year, Chris, probably. It's a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for all of it, but Spider-Man, as Bill was saying earlier, Marvel does an amazing job of casting. And, there's been tons of different people that have played Spider-Man and the Hulk and all of that. But where they're going to run into problems, what I feel is if they ever bring Wolverine into the MCU part of it, because that, The Greatest Showman, what's his name?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman is Wolverine to me.
Nobody else can be Wolverine.
Right.
Yeah. And Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man.
His contract is up after that movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I really think he's taken on that role and has become Peter Parker more than just Spider-Man. Anyone could be in the suit, but I want to see the darker part of Spider-Man. And Venom and Carnage come from that, but I want to see the more of the pain that he suffered and not comedy with Aunt May. And, I think we're going to see some of that if they can do this blend with Sony. At least I hope so. What do you guys think?
Well, that would pull me in to Spider-Man. That would make me want to watch Spider-Man.
Right.
I hear that Sony has every intention of continuing with Tom Holland in the Spider-Man role after the contract with Marvel expires or contract with Disney expires. So they would be able to continue using him in the Spider-Man role and pull in those other villains. So that is interesting. Now, I keep hearing people talk about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield being in this movie, but everything that I have read says that is not happening.
I agree. I've not seen a lot of confirmation on it for sure.
I mean, if the only way I can see that happening, is because it's supposed to lead into Doctor Strange, right?
Right.
Is if they're the ones that caused the tear. But I don't see that happening at all.
Well, they're going to have Doc Ock from the original trilogy, and then they're going to have Jamie Foxx from the Amazing Spider-Man movies. So
what they're doing, Sony's actually they're doing a great job of where we were with Iron Man. So they're starting with Morbius, and then they're going to build this Sinister Six series of the 6 villains that were created from Spider-Man series. And that if that was able to tie in, but I mean, the Incredible Hulk, rumor is going to be a Red Hulk in the Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and we'll see about that. Again, an obscure character that has a ton of backstory.
David has always been excited about the Red Hulk. He's always brought up the Red Hulk. He's always been very, very passionate and excited about. So I hope that happens for you and for him and for everyone else.
So I'm curious, like, do we know where this falls in the storyline?
Where what?
Spider-Man.
It's supposed to be after Doctor Strange. So
after, okay, gotcha.
But it leads into Doctor Strange.
Well, the first Doctor Strange.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
But the last movie, the last Spider-Man movie was like 8 months after Endgame, correct? So it's got to be even farther down the road from that. So
yeah.
Well, because I just know we're getting Nick Fury in it, so I was like,
right.
Where are we in the storyline?
And I've heard I've heard many rumors. I don't know how true they are that Wanda might make some kind of appearance in this to lead into that movie, into the multiverse movie. She might just have a small part in the Spider-Man movie as well. So I don't know, and then they also say that the ending of the Loki series will go right into Spider-Man somehow. So I love that they do that. And it's cool now because we went so long without having any Marvel content, and now you have so much like every other month, and that's how it was when I first got into this, where you had Captain Marvel, then you had Infinity War, then you had Endgame the following year. Black Panther was in there, so they're getting back to that because they're kind of getting. So I can't wait for all that stuff coming. Sorry.
So that gets us all the way to the end of 2021. We could do a whole another episode like this on what's to come in 2022 because we still have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, She-Hulk, Black Panther 2, Cough Cough Namor, Deadpool 3, Captain Marvel 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Blade, Fantastic Four. These are going into 2023. And then, Moon Knight, Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Armor Wars. Like, we've got years of content they're going to be giving us.
Coffee with Mephisto. There's that show too.
Yes, that's coming out soon.
That is probably the one I am looking forward to most. And the awesome thing is it's just an empty studio, and everyone speculates where he is in it.
Ryan Coogler, I don't know when it's going to happen, but Ryan Coogler is getting his like Wakanda set television series too. We don't know when he's going to get that, but we do know that when they got him to come back, he's going to be getting a series.
A Wakanda series,
with Paul Bettany, and it's going to be called WakandaVision.
WakandaVision, here it comes. That's where White Vision went, to Wakanda to get ready for. There we go. Okay, so Bill, let me ask you: everything we talked about tonight, coming through the end of 2021, what are you looking forward to seeing the most?
Spider-Man. Without a doubt, Spider-Man. I have been waiting for that since the end of the second one with J. Jonah Jameson coming on and outing Peter Parker as Spider-Man. I have been waiting since that moment to see
how they handle that. That's going to be great,
and where things go from there. So, without a doubt, that to me is the best thing. Now, that's not to say I'm not looking forward to like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I am, but Spider-Man is by far what interests me the most.
Okay, Chris, do I even have to ask?
Believe it or not, it's not Spider-Man. It's
really
Doctor Strange.
I'm talking just 2021 through the end of this year. We'll say that for next step.
That's March of 22.
That's March of 22. So for just this year, that's the last thing of this year is Spider-Man.
Miss Marvel's the last thing this year.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, well, I'm still looking forward to Doctor Strange. But
okay, perfect. Fair enough.
For this year, then, I actually want to see. Then, it's funny. It's actually Loki. I think Loki is going to be very entertaining. A lot of stuff will be revealed and created through that storyline, but pure entertainment at the same time.
Yeah,
so Loki is my top on that.
How about you, Sam?
Mine too. Yeah, definitely Loki. I'm ready for Loki. It's going to be chaos, and I'm going to love it.
I will say Spider-Man because I've seen those movies. Watching that trailer for Loki though this morning, I am so intrigued on who this guy is. Honestly, so I kind of know who he is. my daughters think Loki's the best. My younger son thinks Loki's the best. So I need to get on that. I have a lot of work to do in the next couple of months to get caught up before. So, yeah. Anyone else have anything else?
Loki's like the C-3PO of Star Wars. He's been in everything.
Oh my gosh! Okay, you just sold me then. You just completely sold me.
Crossed over almost every single movie he's touched somehow.
Okay,
and I mean he's not like he's not just made up for comics either. Like he's a god in mythology.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, cool.
Which, if you ever go to Norway in Epcot, you can read about Loki.
Loki, he is a Norse god.
Really?
Mischief. Yes.
Wow. Well, okay. Do we have anything else you want to talk about this week on the Marvel Tribe?
I don't think so.
Bill, where can we find you, buddy?
You can find us every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook for the Facebook Live of the Airbnb Disney podcast. And then you can always catch the replays as well as some online exclusive stuff anywhere that podcasts are available.
Love it. Mr. Chris Alardi, where can we find you, my friend?
Disney Done Differently every Wednesday on YouTube. A couple of new recipes coming out. Got one coming for the holiday, St. Patrick's Day. So everyone who's celebrating St. Patrick's Day, congratulations. And I am also the food correspondent for the Airbnb Disney podcast.
Yes, sir. How about you, Sam?
Pretty much everywhere at Walt's apartment, except for Force Fridays. But I mean, I'm still going to weasel my way in there somewhere.
Sure.
Spend some time with Amber and Jade at some point.
Right.
And DisInsider podcast.
Cool. I want a quick programming note this week on Walt's apartment on the live stream. We're going to have Derek Cornell, who is the co-editor in chief with Skylar Schuler from the DisInsider. So we're going to have him on, and I want to ask him Bill's question about all the rumors for casting for all the Spider-Man, because I know they broke some stories about it, and Derek is a really, really big Marvel guy. So check that out. You can find me at waltapt.com or any of the Walt's Apartment Instagrams or Facebook pages or Behind the Lamp or whatever it is. You just you can find this all. So from all of us here, I want to thank Sam, Barry, Bill. Sorry. So I want to thank Sam, Bill, wrong B, Sam, Bill, and Chris for joining me this week. And we will see you all next week for when we first start breaking down Falcon and Winter Soldier. Have a great night, guys.
Bye, y'all.
I suck.